Hi, Genki Call here with the To Catch a Thief World event for the week of May 23rd, 2022. First, let's get caught up on the lore, and I clicked the wrong button. Oops. With one of Tartarus's war machines under our control, we followed the Sparkinator. It seemed to know precisely where it was going. Spark Grinder finally had a good idea. He suggested that next time we fought his mech, we should maybe remove its power source, the Adonian reactor. That is the wrong button. Pardon me. If we were going to remove the reactor from the Sparkinator, it made sense to recruit a master thief. We quickly made our way to the city of thieves, steal some treasures for the king of thieves, so you're owed a favor. So this, unlike usual, we finally have scoring that is really easy to remember. Super easy. Ready? It's entirely in rarity order. You want to hit the mythics, then the legendary, and then the epics. That's it. Just go by color and you'll be fine. The thing that is weird about the Weird World event this time is that the battles will rotate. You're only going to have a certain, like 3 different troops available on the board at any given time. If you miss the mythic, you're not going to be able to get back to it for another 3 battles. So keep that in mind. Anyway, every single one of my teams this week uses the same basic premise, and that is Night Spider. Night Spider is amazing. Create 3 blue gems and 3 purple gems, boosted by rogue allies and poison a random enemy. Yes, we have nothing on a lot of these teams that uses blue, but you're going to be looping, and that's the important thing here. Now, all of these teams are using Corsair class, because that makes your hero a rogue, and that means you get an extra 3 blue and extra 3 purple gems on the board when you cast. I am going to change that during this video. I'm going to change it to War Priest each time, simply because there's a task for that for the campaign, and I have my Corsair class completely maxed out. So pardon me while I do this. Just keep in mind it's going to be more efficient than what you're seeing. We still have 3 rogues on the team, and it's still going to work really well. I know not everybody has the reflection of good. Use something that explodes if you can. If you don't, use whatever you've got available. Just whatever looks best. But Sister of Nightmares we've got here does damage to the last 2 enemies and inflicts a random status effect and poisons them, and she starts battle with 75% mana. We've got Sister Ebony that does damage to the first and last enemies, and she will either, if they use blue mana, she'll deal double damage. If either of them uses purple, she'll barrier herself, and she can't be targeted by spells. There are other troops that do damage to every enemy, such as the Cat Burgler from City of Thieves. This is the last 2 enemies again. Gold, not as useful as, for instance, the random status effect in the poison. So that's why I did not choose to use her myself. And then the other one is the Sister of Shadows, also does damage to the 2 weakest enemies, and if one of them dies or both dice, gain an extra turn. So these are also options. There are literally no troops here that will do damage to all enemies except for the one that you get for completing the storyline here, and that is Atlanta. Atlanta's going to be a good choice if you like to do AoE, that area of effect damage to every enemy. She's going to be a good choice, and so I do have a team with her, but I wanted to give different ways of doing things. And actually, there's only one legendary that we can use. Let me show you base rarity. The only legendary we can use is the King of Thieves, and I don't particularly want to use him, so I did not make any teams with legendaries. I have multiple teams for those without legendaries, and then one team with the Consort of Darkness and a way to get him to actually kill. So all right, let's go in here. I need to remember to change the class every time. I'll see if I can remember. Da-dum-da, da-dum-da. Just grabbing the next team. All right, so I forgot to buy I forgot to buy any tiers, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I have a Medal of Anew equipped, which is why you see some mana here starting out. Why did I take the yellow? I don't need yellow. I do need brown and purple and green. There we go, green. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and cast this. It's not going to be as good as if I was using Corsair, but I should still be able to loop, which I did. I mean, this is really going to be so much better with Corsair. If you're using the Night Spider, you can replace this with anything you want. You can use another one that does damage to 2 enemies. You can put Atlanta in here. You can just, there are lots of options. This is just one of them. So blow things up. Normally you want to cast on the first slot so that you don't run the risk of losing them. But I'm not really worried about it at this level. So I am just not playing to the best of my ability, that is for sure. Now, if I cast this on myself, that will take away the bless takes away the death mark. So anyway, let's buy a couple of tiers. I like to buy at least 2 tiers for the video because that way we have enchant and explode. And that it makes things so much more fun to me. So the eligible troops, the only mythic that you will have a chance of getting is the Consort of Darkness, and everything else that you saw in there when I was showing you troops are troops that you could possibly get from doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and equip this because it's going to annoy me if I don't. It does that. All right, Badge of Shadows, and we'll do 2 Medals of Seasons for now, just because not everybody has those Medals of Nisha. Nisha! All right, let's go back in. All right, so the lowest level you can do is best, but you can see they're just going to be the same. So the next option is using Atlanta with the Reflection of Good again. I just chose Reflection of Good because I'm hoping that people have it. It's something that you will get for free for getting 250 wins with Archmage's class, I think it is, for Silverglade. Anyway, so this one just replaces Sister of Nightmares with Atlanta. And I'll just leave it on Corsair so that you can see how this works. Oh, Valraven! Valraven! Alright, let's get some green so I can show the people the good thing, right? Yeah. Alright, fine, I'll just cast with Atlanta. Atlanta's going to be a good choice. Well, you know, I just really like the AoE. I just really like the efficiency of it. I'm going to change this to War Priest. I know I wanted to show you how much more efficient it is with an all-rogue team, but I also want to get my wins for the campaign. My bad. Campaign. Losing my mind. Don't mind me. All right. Doesn't matter. All that matters is the color. Take the lowest level one. It does not scale. At least does not scale that I noticed. So I forgot to change the team, which is fine. Yellow, purple, yellow. The next team is almost exactly the same. It's just using Fiend Fire instead of Reflection of Good, because if you're using Corsair class with the Night Spider, you probably don't need anything to get you mana. You probably don't need the explosion. And Corsair does have that ability to dodge skulls as well, so it's almost exactly the same. Now, for the higher levels, you're going to want to go with, well, again, personal preference, but there is a troop that is going to be really great on the higher levels. Yes, I know I just missed a match for it because I wasn't paying attention. I was talking too much. All right, let's get some mana. Ah, so nice. So for the higher levels, and this is for everyone, I do recommend on those high levels that you use Shadowhunter. Now you can put Atlanta here instead of Sister Ebony. As a matter of fact, I'm going to. But Shadowhunter does damage to the strongest enemy boosted by all enemy life. And so the higher their level is, the higher their stats are going to be, the harder this thing is going to hit. And when you've got badges and medals on board as well, it does a lot of damage. So, I mean, this thing can one-shot. Yep, for sure. And let's see, I forgot to change the class, didn't I? Let's see. Yep, it's on Corsair. That's good. I can show you this. Oh, I love it. All right, we'll go ahead and do, oops. Oh, but you can't choose which is to the strongest enemy. You can't choose who it hits. And that is the downside of the thing. So let's do this again. Get some match fours and Atlanta. All right, so there's that team. The last team that I have here is, as promised, the one that uses the Consort of Darkness, who of course is going to be more efficient to use later on, because he doesn't hit all enemies. He only hits one enemy. He has, for me, this is based on your magic. So your magic, this number right here, +1, is your percentage chance to slay an enemy. It's not fantastic, but it's there. Again, you don't have to use Night Spider. You can put something else here, but the Staff of Visions is here because it will give an ally 50 to a random skill. That could be magic. And so with one cast of this, I might be able to make it so that Consort of Darkness insta-kills every single time he casts. Maybe. Oops, I forgot to change the banner. Let's see, purple and green still, but not minus red. We want minus blue. If it exists. No. Okay. Purple and yellow. Purple and brown. Purple and brown will do. Let me copy this for my little cheat sheet that I have for you in the description below with all of the codes. And yeah, I'll just leave it on Corsair. I'll deal with the campaign after I finish my videos for the day. How's that? Talking to myself, don't worry about me. Alright. So instead of casting right now, I really want to show you how this works. So this could go on, the Staff of Visions could add 50 to anything. It might be magic, it might be one of these three, you never know, so let's see what it's going to do. And this time it looks like it went to health. So, it's taking a chance, and I'm okay with that. With the Staff of Visions, I find the Staff of Visions fun to use. I don't know why, because I don't normally like the either or stuff. So let's try again. Nope, it went to his what's it called? Armor. It went to his armor that time. Now, the nice thing about the Consort of Darkness is that he's got that nice little thing. Steal 6 life from the first enemy when matching purple gems. So you might even want to move him up in front of Atlanta. You could even want to move him up further all the way to the front of the queue here. He does not have skull damage reduction, however. So let's go ahead and take this in one more time and see how it does. See if we can get that to do what I want it to, so I can give you that visual of how awesome it is when it hits that magic. It did not. Bummer. It does though. It's random. It's gonna be one of those things. Yes, I know I'm not utilizing the beauty of the Night Spider because I have nothing here that uses blue, but I don't care. I'm not worried about it. Let's do this again. And this time it hit. So every time I cast with him now, he is going to insta-kill, period. There is nothing that we are fighting that can block that. The only things that can block the insta-kill, the lethal damage, is Enraged Corindara, Leonis Tower, Dooms, and Raid Boss. That's it. Well, tower event towers as well, but insta-kill guaranteed. Of course. Yeah. Insta-kill. Yes. Love it. Anyway, let me see. I've got nothing for Atlanta down there because I already spent her stuff. Green, purple, anything. This is the problem with using the Staff of a problem with using the Staff of Visions. But it does give mana along with, so I can just cast that on Night Spider, I can cast that on Atlanta, I can cast it on anything. Once I've got the magic I need for Consort of Darkness, you can really not worry about it. Just cast on whatever to give them some mana so that we can get things moving along. Because, yeah, slow. Be slow. Do that again. Whee! It's fun. Alrighty, let's get rid of this warg over here. And one and done. Again, you don't have to use the Night Spider. There are plenty of options. This is just the approach I was taking this week because it's the Night Spider. Love using the Night Spider. Anyway, please like and subscribe. I'll be back with the Soulforge video as soon as I can. And we'll see you folks soon. Bye-bye!